So Rick Warren, a well-known pastor, of course, President Obama asked him to be part of the inauguration, and he did, a prayer there. But he's very controversial. He has spoken out against gay rights in the past, and just overall conservative, obviously. And he spoke out about Mitt Romney and his religion. Some controversy here. Let's watch.
A lot of evangelicals have been talking about whether or not Mormons are Christians. Are Mormons Christians?
Well, the key sticking point for evangelicals, and actually for many, is the issue of the Trinity. That's the historic doctrine of the church, that God is three in one. Not three gods, one God in Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Mormonism denies that.
Yeah, probably for good reason. I don't know what it means. Okay, now I'm not Christian, so you can take this with a grain of salt. If you're a Christian, God bless, yada, yada. Very appropriate, I suppose. Okay, but to me, I'm totally confounded by the 3-in-1 thing. Like, okay, can it be 12-in-1? And then there's the Father, the Holy Ghost, the daughter, the great aunt, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe it's because I was brought up Muslim and we were taught at the time, not very well apparently, since I turned into an agnostic. But anyway, that there's one God and that's it, right? So when I came to America, I would always ask, I don't get it. Is it 3? Is it 1? What does it mean, 3-in-1? So if the Mormons aren't buying that, well, I'm on their side. But nonetheless, the much more relevant point here is the great majority of Americans, of course, are Christian. And so they're not going to like, a Mormon saying that he doesn't buy into the Holy Trinity. And Rick Warren pointing that out here, bringing his religion into the campaign in a big, big way. Jayar, try to explain it to me. You're the Reverend.
Well, it's 3 parts, because just the whole point of Easter, as it was Jesus, he died and rise for your sins. Therefore, you're cleansed and you can go to heaven. Mm-hmm. Because man isn't supposed to be allowed in heaven because he screwed up. So Jesus.
I know, but why couldn't God do that?
Well, that's the thing. Jesus is God. That's the point. Because if you say Jesus isn't God, then you're denying the fact that that's God that showed his grace and saved you.
You have to understand, for non-Christians, this sounds like such contorted logic that it makes our head hurt. Okay, now tell me about how the Holy Spirit, how he gets involved.
Well, that's God, like, in you on earth now. Like, now we're not living in Jesus' time, but then that's the Holy Spirit. It's the Spirit of God with you on earth. So, like, if you're still praying to God and you think he's alive, he has to have some kind of, he's the Holy Spirit. So it's God, it's Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. It's the Trinity.
Yeah.
Now it's been a while since I was preaching in the church, but I mean, if there's some elements that I'm missing, I'm sure someone will point it out to me.
No, I hear you on that. Look, the bottom line is people are faithful, they're not faithful, and how you put that faith forward to me is irrelevant. If you happen to believe it's 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 or 1-in-1, who cares, right? Because the bottom line is you believe in a God, and it's just different ways of connecting to him. So I don't have a problem with it, but some Americans might have a problem with it. So that's why Rick Warren bringing this up during the campaign season is definitely a controversy of sorts.